Hello, welcome or welcome back. Today I wanted to do just a quick Neville Says where I take a quote from the complete reader and share my interpretation of it so that you can apply it to your life. And we're going to do another random one. So I haven't prepared for this. We're going to pick a page together and we'll just go from there. It's a bit of fun. Okay, stick around. My name's Hedley Derenzie and I'm a qualified life coach and author, and I'm super passionate about the amazing teachings of the law of assumption as originally taught by the great American mystic Neville Goddard. It is the stories that we tell that create our life. So if you want to change any part of your life, then you have to start by changing the story. And if you want to create the most amazing life, then it helps to know how to tell the most amazing stories. And that's where these teachings can really help. And that's why I am here. I want to help you to tell much better stories so that you can experience a much better reality. There are a number of different ways you can work with me. I have one-to-one coaching, I have quick coaching, and I also have a free 21-day Set Yourself Up with the Ultimate Self-Concept course, which is the ultimate story that you want to be telling about yourself. And I am on Instagram. All of those details are in the box below this video, so check that out. Or you can go to my website, youaretheone.com.au. Okay, let's get into it. So I recently did a Neville Says video where I just opened randomly to a page in the Complete Reader, which is my favorite book, my only book, and opened to a page and just picked a paragraph at random, and I really enjoyed it. So we're going to do it again. So what do we want to hear from Neville today? All right, and bang. Oh, I've opened to a page, The Law and the Promise, which is one of my favorite books of Neville. So what we'll do is we will open a page from The Law and the Promise, and I'll just make sure that I've got all the pages. Ooh, chapter 6. Imagining is spiritual sensation. Enter into the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Through spiritual sensation, through your use of imaginal sight, sound, scent, taste, and touch, you will give to your image the sensory vividness necessary to produce that image in your outer or shadow world. This is why I love this so much. I mean, that is such an amazing paragraph. So when it comes to the physical world, we are governed by our five senses, and that's what gives this world such vividness. And that's also why we are so anchored into this physical world, because we are so governed by our physical senses. However, those senses are available to us in imagination. And that's actually where we have to develop that muscle a little bit more of coloring in the experiences that we want to have using our spiritual senses. So Abby, a good friend of mine, actually used the term spending more time. She actually said to me, I need to spend more time in my imagination and color it in. Like, spend more time coloring in your visions and imaginings with the spiritual sensations. So imagination is what's real. Reality is the reflection of what's real. So whatever images that you're holding in imagination is what will get pushed out and reflected back. And often it's the images that are colored with our spiritual sensations. So they're the ones that we're really emotionally anchored into. That is like the feeling, like we can actually feel it's real. We can really feel it with all of our senses in imagination. That's what we have to do more of in order to get more of what we want. So most of the time we're governed by our physical senses, and that's why we are allowing reality to inform our imagination, because it's so intoxicating. However, the same is available in our imagination, and that's where we have to become more proficient by coloring in what it is that we want in our imagination with our spiritual senses. So what does that mean? Now, when I envisioned my dream house, and I know I've shared this many times before, I hope this is not becoming boring for you, but one of the scenes that I did was I stood out on the balcony of my dream home and I felt my hands around the railing of this dream home, and I closed my eyes. My eyes were already closed, but in my imagining, I closed my eyes and I really could hear the sound of the ocean, because I knew that the key to being in my dream home was to color it in with my imaginary senses. So I made sure that I could hear the ocean. I made sure that I could smell the salt water, the kind of that ocean smell. I could feel the railing under my fingers, under my hands. I could feel the breeze on my skin. And I could also kind of just like, I fully embodied that experience of being in my home. I then walked on the wood floors and the carpet, I think there was carpet in my bedroom, and I imagined my feet touching the surface of the floor as I got into the bed. And then I got into the bed and I imagined myself holding the doona and pulling the doona up over my body and feeling the sheets against my skin. Now, I did that every single night. I colored in my imaginings with the spiritual senses, and that's what Neville is saying here. Imagining is spiritual sensation. So imagining is really engaging your senses on an imaginary level and making the scene so real that your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. And the scientists have actually proven that. And then you enter into the feeling of your wish already fulfilled. And that's really easy to do when you can sense it. And that's why using your spiritual senses is really important when creating the scene of already having what it is that you want. And some senses in your imagination will be easier than others. Like for me, I can see things really easily, but for others, not so much. I can also hear conversation. So if you want to experience hearing somebody say something, you have to hear it first in your imagination. So first of all, you would get yourself into a relaxed state. You would envision this person in front of you, and then you would hear them saying what it is that you want to say. And you make it real. Like maybe they reach out and touch you and you feel their hand on your arm, or you feel your hand in theirs, or whatever you need to do to make the scene real using your spiritual sensations. So those are the same senses that are available to us in this physical world. That's what we need to be using in our imagination, and that's what makes something really powerful. And then you give your image the sensory vividness necessary to produce the image in your outer or shadow world. So that's the key. Neville always says to think from what you want, not of what you want. And that's a big difference in that. So you want to be imagining yourself in your wish fulfilled, already having what it is that you want. And the spiritual senses are the key to that. So create a scene. One scene is all you need. That implies you have what you want. And then go in your imagination and make sure you engage all of those 5 senses in your imagination in some way. So you want to touch it. You want to taste it. Maybe imagine eating something. You want to maybe hear some words or the breeze or something on your skin. You want to smell it. So what's the scent? What else is there? Touch it, taste it. Oh, you get the message. You need to do all 5 of those in your imagination to really give the scene the vividness that is needed for reality to reflect it back. Awesome paragraph. Thank you so much, Neville. I like doing the random picks, so we'll do it again. As always, remember that you are the creators of your reality. You are the superstar of your show. You are the producer, the writer, the director, and the actor in your movie. What you assume to be true will be so. So assume the best for you and assume the best for everyone in your movie too, and you will have an amazing life. And this is my wish, my vision, and my prayer for you. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and comment. If you would like support with anything I've talked about, you can find me at youaretheone.com.au. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would love to have you. I'll see you next time. Bye.